Happy Halloween! All right, so I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I hope that you're going to have a wonderful Halloween, whether you are celebrating this holiday or not. If you like Halloween, please go ahead, hit that like button. That'll tell me. This is actually part of my daughter's costume for tomorrow. She's going to be a pumpkin. It really doesn't fit on my big head. It fits more appropriately on her. She's right here. I'll give you a little shot, show you what she looks like. Oh, I thought you were going to bring her. Okay, never mind. So, we are going to talk all about Halloween vocabulary, words that are related to this holiday. So I have some scary Halloween vocabulary. Here she is. Do you want to say hi to everybody that you can't see? Part of your new outfit for tomorrow, her little pumpkin outfit. Say hi. All right, there you go. Excellent. So before we jump into talking about all of these amazing words and phrases, I do want to let you know that there is still time if you would like to enroll in my upcoming speaking course that's all about helping you speak confidently, speak clearly, yeah, speak naturally. I'm going to put a link in the description, and I'll throw it right here in the chat as well if you'd like to join my speaking course. If anything, just check out the landing page. I didn't do this myself, but the person we had do this page did a really, really nice job, I thought. So there's a bunch of more information about this, talking about what's included in the course. But the cool thing that I really wanted to share with you is because it's the end of 2021, there you can get a 30% discount if you use the code SPEAK30. You can get 30% off the course. Check out the page. It gives you the class times that are available. So again, check that out if you want to end 2021 on a strong note and improve your speaking fluency. So I do want to say a quick hello. Good to see you, Lolly, Sleepwalker, Michelle Leonardo, Yashar, Angela, Christina, Abdallah, Catherine, Judith. Great to have you here. I'll try to give some more shout outs as we go through the lesson, because the way that we're going to do this, because this is interactive English, we're going to be talking about the vocabulary. I'm going to give you some questions and write your answers in the chat. Even if you're watching this later, write your answers in the comments. It's a great way to participate in the lesson, but also I think it does help you better remember these words if you're really trying to think about them before I just tell you what they mean. So let's just go ahead and begin with our first question right here. So in stories, as you see, as it says, a dead person who comes back to life and sucks blood from other people at night. It's basic. I'm asking you, like, what is this person called? What do you call this person? Again, all of these words are related to Halloween. I think it's a word that you guys are probably familiar with. I'm sure many of you have heard it before. And the key phrase in there, I would say, is sucks blood. Okay, what do you think? What am I talking about? I'll give you a second to think of the answer, and then I'll tell you. Excellent. Yes, the correct answer is a vampire. So a vampire. There's so many movies and TV shows out there related to vampires. Somebody who's trying to suck the blood. That's how they survive, I guess. But great job. Ruth, Juliana. Oh, Juliana, great to see you. Brayan, Lolly, excellent. The next Halloween question that I have for you. For Halloween, people hollow out a pumpkin. They cut holes in the side to create a face and then place a candle inside. So this is called what? What do you call this? It is a phrase. You can see some pictures of them right there. What do you refer to them as? Like basically the whole thing. It's called a what? And this is something that we're going to try and do tomorrow. It's a fun activity. I think especially if you're a kid and you create these and you just hollow out, take out the seeds from the pumpkin, put that candle inside, make a face. What's it called? All right, excellent. So the correct answer is a jack-o'-lantern. All right, Lolly, great job. A jack-o'-lantern. So this is what you would refer to, like the pictures of those pumpkins right there. They are called jack-o'-lanterns. A pumpkin that has has a face, and there's that candle inside. I'm going to circle back to this later on. So this will be a little bit of review, but hopefully if you did not know this, it's a great phrase to know because this is definitely a part of Halloween. Okay, let's keep going. The next one is trying to get your vocabulary juices flowing. And I have a word. I've given you part of the word. And the meaning of this word, it is a synonym for these other words right here. It's a synonym for frightened or scared or frozen. Another word that you could use instead of those words is this one right here. So I thought it would be too difficult if I didn't give you any of the letters. So that's why I thought I'd play like a little bit of a hangman type game and see if anybody can guess what word that I'm talking about. So you guys are putting in some great words that I think are synonyms, but it's not the one that I'm looking for just yet. What do you think? So I actually probably no. Now that I see what you guys are writing, I see my mistake. Because if you said terrified, yeah, you're actually right, and that does fit in there, and that's perfect. All right, it does have the same meaning. Another word to teach you another word, because I think if you want to say frozen too, another word that you could use is petrified. So I think terrified. If you said terrified, you're absolutely correct. It also works. It means the same thing. It's another synonym. And that word is more common. But if you want to use a word, a little more advanced vocabulary that's not as common, you could say petrified. You were petrified. And I think part of petrified, the meaning, again, that frozen part, that you're so scared that you are unable to move. So many people said terrified. Great job. You guys got that right. No petrified, but that's okay. All right. Hello, Hans. Excellent. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Let's keep going with some more vocabulary words. Hans and Gustav, welcome. Here is this. This is an adjective. Okay. So it's an adjective that's used to describe a place or a person. It means strange, slightly frightening, or making you feel uncomfortable. All right. So what word could you use to describe a place or a person, and that it has that meaning? So again, part of this is just trying to get you to think of some of these different words that are often related to Halloween. These are words and phrases that if you are watching a movie or TV show, which of course, because it's Halloween, that is on TV, you'll see a lot of them. This is some vocabulary that you will tend to come across. Okay, so I see some great answers in there. So the word that we're looking for, all right, describing a place or person is creepy. Okay, so you could say that something is creepy, that it's as a place, like it's strange, it's slightly frightening. Or I think even if a person, if you're saying like, oh, a person is creepy, then it's somebody that makes you feel uncomfortable. Some of the other words in there that you guys gave, spooky, eerie, again, those work as well. Those are also great words that are related to Halloween. But we had one creepy, who is it? Mr. the Sun and Sleepwalker, excellent. Catherine, Hamza, perfect. The next question that I have for you, and this one, I think this one is a bit more difficult. So it's something that is impossible to explain by known natural forces or by science, and you would refer to this as what? Okay, so this is a more difficult word. I think it's probably, you could say it's related to Halloween, but I think this is probably something that you would probably find in more like movies that have like ghost in it, something that is unexplained, that can't be explained by science, these natural forces. So what do you think? Any guesses? What word would be used to describe what I'm talking about? All right, you guys, you guys are close. I do see one correct answer. Give them a shout out. Baby ojos de botón. Perfect. The answer that I was looking for, the word that I'm talking about, is paranormal. So if you describe something as, well, this is paranormal, that's what it refers to, that you cannot, it can't be explained by science. And often I think you might hear this word used as a collocation with the word activity. And you might say, oh, there's paranormal activity, that something is going on that we can't explain. And that's why I said maybe ghost, something like that. But keep an eye out for that collocation. Listen for it. People will talk about paranormal activity. All right, so here is the next one. This is, well, it's a fill in the blank. And it's is a meeting where people try to communicate with the dead. And you would refer to this as what? And again, this is more advanced vocabulary. It's not a word you're going to use in everyday conversation. I don't think probably many of you have participated in a meeting like this. It makes me, in a way, think of the game like when you would play like the Ouija board, and you try to communicate with a ghost or a spirit. But in general, this type of activity, meeting, in which people will try to communicate with the dead, what do you think? I think when I give you the answer, I think many of you are going to, oh yes, I have heard of that word. I would say, I'm trying to think, give you a hint, like maybe more of a formal word for it. Like I said, it's not something that I think people that take this very seriously, this is what it would involve. So the word that I'm talking about, in case you're not sure, maybe medium, I know some people are saying maybe, I'm not too familiar with it. I'm talking about a seance. So you could describe a seance as this meeting, this activity in which people are trying to communicate with the dead through like chanting, or it could be some dances. I really don't know, but you could say it's a seance. But that's why I said like this would be like people that are really taking it more seriously, and participating and trying to do this. You could refer to it as a seance. And somebody asked if it's, I don't know, Gustav, it's a French word. There is an accent marker over seance, so I'm not really sure. I don't believe it is. I believe this word is borrowed from another language. I'm not really sure which. If anybody can clear that up in the comments, it would be greatly appreciated. So let's continue. I have some more words for you. I chose that picture because it looks that picture looks a bit creepy. Okay, so there's something creepy in the shadows. I want you to try to use a word to complete that sentence. This is a word that Yeah, is a bit it's a bit scary, it's a bit creepy, and you might hear it, that collocation, in the shadows. So again, if you don't know, think about like what does your instinct tell you? So I'm not telling you the meaning of this word. I will tell you the meaning when I give it to you, but do you have any guesses? What word would complete that sentence? There's something creepy in the shadows. And I told you that yes, that is a that's I thought that picture was a little creepy, that shadow. Excellent. Yes, some correct answers. So the word that we're looking for is lurking. Something lurking in the shadows. So great job, Angela, Bebe Ojos, Little Duckling. Great. So if you're talking about lurking, like what does it mean? Lurking means that like somebody where the presence of someone or something is felt, and it's kind of like it gives you like a sense of danger, that there's a problem. And that's why I said something is lurking in the shadows. Maybe it's following you. Another way that you might hear this is, have you ever gotten the feeling that somebody was like over your shoulder? And they're like looking over your shoulder. You could say somebody's like lurking over your shoulder and they're staring at what you're doing, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, maybe a little frightened. So you could say lurking. Great job. Also, Judith, Gustav, Hans, excellent. So it's another. I'd say it is a little more advanced word. It depends on the context, but again, thinking of these collocations to build your vocabulary, lurking in the shadows, lurking over someone's shoulder, are ways that you can use that word. All right. Hi, Luca. All right. How are you? So let's keep going on. You guys, I think you're doing great. Keep the answers coming. What do you call the process of forcing an evil spirit to leave a person or place by using prayers or magic? Okay, what? So this is really, even though it's a question, I'm giving you the meaning, the process of forcing an evil spirit to leave a person or a place. What do you call that? And again, this is a word that I think you're probably more likely to hear it in movies, like scary movies. There's a very famous old movie that this was kind of, well, it was kind of the title. Close. And you guys are rocking this one. So I'm just going to tell you the answer. Yes, the answer is exorcism. All right. That is the process. So great job. Brayan, Pasek, Angela, Cece, Catherine, Juliana, Yashar, Lolly, Okan, Ruth. Try to get more shout outs in there. So we're talking about exorcism. The movie that I was talking about, I guess you'd refer to the person, is an exorcist. And that was the title of the movie. Gosh, I think how old? That was back in like the 70s, maybe. Very scary movie a long time ago. This next one. What do you call this? All right, there's a picture for you. Just tell me. No, I'm not giving you the meaning. Nothing. Just that picture. What is that called right there? And the reason when you think of, I think of, again, of Halloween. Stories, especially like people from like a long time ago, when they're scared, they'd go grab this and like, let's go get the evil person. Let's go, let's go get the witch or whoever. And they would go and grab one of these, and you would see them like marching in the street, using it to, I guess they're going to try to fight with this. But it's really, it's a farming tool. What do you refer to this as? I think everybody's kind of right. What I would say, and the word that I'm talking about, is a pitchfork. So this is really like the farming equipment that somebody would use. People are saying trident. A trident is also, it does, yeah, it looks like that. I feel like a trident makes me think more of like Poseidon, the god that would have this weapon, and they'd have like a trident. So to me, I think a trident, I don't know, and again, I don't know if this is correct. I think a trident would be more like a weapon, whereas this is more for farming. You would use a pitchfork, and that's why I said in movies or TV shows, takes place a long time ago. People, they're farmers. They would run and grab their pitchforks, and they would mark, and they run through the streets and be very angry. So yes, the word that I was looking for, it is a pitchfork. Then we have, okay, this is a little different. Some of you have already said that you've written this word, so I know you know how to spell it. But I'm going to give you a word. I'll tell you what it means, and I just want you to spell it. So this is an adjective used to describe something strange and frightening in a mysterious way. The word is eerie. All right? That's what it means. If something is eerie, it's strange or mysterious in a mysterious way. How do you spell the word eerie? And it's a great word. It's more advanced, but I still think it's probably a little more common if we're talking about things that might be scary, like Halloween. So what do you think? How do you spell the word eerie? I know the first person to spell it correctly. I know everybody's going to see the answer, of course. But excellent, Angela, Sleepwalker, Baby O host, Lolly. I saw this word before. People were writing it down when we were talking about the word creepy, or the synonym, which again, eerie is another one, something that is frightening, it's mysterious. The tricky thing is that there are two E's, E-E-R-E-I. And often, to give you a little more information about this word, how people use it, they might use it with the word feeling. Like you would say, I have an eerie feeling about this. Perhaps some situation. Instead of saying strange feeling, you have an eerie feeling. So that is a common collocation with this adjective. Let's keep going. Why don't we? Shall we? So here is your next question. Fill in the blank. And I told you that we would come back to jack-o'-lantern. I've already said that these pumpkins they're carved out, they have this face, they're called jack-o'-lanterns, and it's believed that the jack-o'-lanterns, their frightening faces scare away evil spirits. So that whole idea is an example of what? All right, so hopefully I'm explaining this correctly, that you're going to have an idea of what I'm talking about. So the idea that these jack-o'-lanterns, those faces, will frighten away evil spirits, what would you call that? That is a what? All right, and awesome. You guys are rocking it. Yes, Syra, sorry I've mispronounced names, Sleepwalker. We're talking about the word superstition, all right? So that is the answer that we're looking for. And if you want to know specifically what a superstition means, it is a belief that people might have that's not based in like scientific fact, that it has not been proven. There's no evidence to support this idea. And you would call it, it's just a superstition. It's something that people believe in. And there's many superstitions out there, like you see a shooting star and you make a wish, or a four-leaf clover, that's good luck. That is an example. Those are other examples of superstitions. But I think Halloween in general, there are quite a few I can't even say it, quite a few superstitions related to Halloween, such as this one. Right here. Okay, so, Sita said eerie is a new word. Excellent. Glad to hear that you learned something new. I always love it when people just walk away from these lessons, just even learning one new thing. So hopefully there are some new words and phrases for you. So, little girl, she's getting excited for Halloween. So one superstition claims that this is a superstition, that it's bad luck if you cross paths with this animal. All right. What animal am I talking about specifically? All right. What would you say? So it's another superstition. This is a common one that's not, it's not necessarily rooted in Halloween. It's just a superstition. You guys, I think, seem to be very familiar with around an alligator. It's not an alligator. We're talking about a black cat. And I say it, to be specific, yes, it is a black cat. If you cross paths, as far as I know, with a a yellow cat or a white cat, it's not supposed to be bad luck. But if you cross paths with a black cat, then the superstition is people think, oh, that's bad luck. It's not good luck. That is a more of a kind of a cultural question when it comes to Halloween or superstitions in general. So here we have, I have another synonym question for you. I'm using eerie again, a bit of review. So a common Halloween word that is a synonym for these other words right here. And I keep in mind, this is common, all right? It's a common word. I've already seen some people write it already, thinking it was one of the other answers. But so you could say chilling, something is creepy. We talked about that word at the beginning. Eerie, that strange feeling. This is another synonym. Except this is a very common word that you would hear that's related to Halloween. Okay, what do you think? The answer, yes, Yashar, Brayan, Lolly, great job. I was looking for the word spooky. So this is a very common Halloween word. If you say that, oh, something is a little spooky, it's a little scary, and this is a word I would be interested to know, like the frequency that this word gets used when it's around Halloween. That probably there's this huge spike that more people are using the word spooky. Because I think other than Halloween, I don't really use this word that much, but when it's time for Halloween, it's a word you might hear a lot more often. Then we have, okay, this person right here. Who's that? Again, just another picture for you. What would you call that? I guess I could say it's a person. Probably not, but just looking at that, hopefully that looks familiar and you know what it's called. So what do you think? Again, write your answers in the chat, in the comments, if you're watching this later. So I think you guys are right. Yeah, you could call it death. But the answer, yes, Lolly, that we're looking for specifically. Some people put reaper, and to be, this is the you'd say, I guess, the Grim Reaper. Is, I don't know, I feel like, and this, maybe, like I said, I don't know if this is absolutely correct. I know a reaper would be like somebody who would, if somebody dies, like they come up and it's like they collect the dead after somebody dies, and they say it's a reaper. I feel like the Grim Reaper refers to like the main one, which in this case, other people, like you'd said, people would just refer to them as death, like the main one. All right, so again, Grim Reaper is what I was looking for, but again, Reaper or death, I think that also works. Gustav said, you can't use the word spooky here. Interesting. It's a trigger word. Wow, interesting. Then I have another word. Let's see, is it a word or a phrase? All right. Oh, this is a word. Okay. And this, again, this is, I think, good specific vocabulary. All right. Bye, Emmy. She kind of crossed back and forth. You probably hear her. The sound a witch makes when laughing may be called a what? So we're talking about a specific laugh that a witch would make. If you're watching a TV show or movie, they have that very distinct laugh, but it has a name. And what would you call that? That that's my example for you. I don't know if that helps at all when you heard me do that just now, but what do you think? So the answer that we're looking for is A cackle, yes. So great job, Lolly, perfect. Sarah, Gustav, Hans, Hadi. Yeah, you would just say that this something cackling, and I would think of a witch. I really don't know anybody who their laugh in general is like a cackle, but again, it's a great word if you want to be specific, talking about how that a witch would laugh. Okay, so here is another word that I'm giving you, kind of like I tried to give you, these are collocations. So it's an adjective that means like involving violence or blood. It's kind of, I guess you could say it's a Halloween word, but you could use it in other context, in situations as well. And these are, like I said, collocations. You could say it's a movie, or those are some details. And again, the adjective means that it's involving violence or blood. What adjective would go before the word movie or details, like movie or details? What would you say? I think the key word, violence and blood. All right, and it's scary, and yeah, I think when I tell you, probably you've heard of this. I haven't seen anybody answer it. Kind of close, Sarah. Lolly, that's close. All right. Unless I've made a slight spelling mistake, which is always possible with my typos. So the answer we're looking for, gory. All right, you'd say something is a gory movie, gory details, and it involves like violence or blood. So gory, you think of something that there's a lot of like blood, and again, you would use it to describe a movie, or perhaps like somebody's telling a story and they're giving these gory details. So it's a good word to know. I saw so many people spelling it G-O-R-E. I had to second guess myself. But yes, the spelling, I'm trying to think. Gore, I'm looking up. That is, okay. So the meaning gore, it's, again, the same. You're talking about blood has been shed, but gore is a noun. So you would say like there's a lot of blood and gore. And in that case, gore is a noun. Kind of means the same thing, but using it as an adjective, you'd say gory. Like something is gory, like a gory movie, gory details, or a gory crime scene. I really don't know. So hopefully maybe that adjective might be new for some of you. So I wanted to show you guys again quickly. Here's the vocabulary list. These are the words from today. If you are on our email list, I have a special Halloween. If you sign up today, I have a special Halloween treat. I'm going to send you these notes, everybody, if you want to sign up. There's also a link down below in the description for that if you want to sign up to the email list. But if you do that today, I'm going to send those out to everybody on the list. These notes from this lesson. So hopefully that out of these 16 words, one of them is new and you learned something new today. That is always that's always my hope with any of these vocabulary lessons that I end up doing. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you guys have, like I said at the very beginning, a wonderful Halloween, whether you celebrate it or not. And again, if you guys want to practice and improve your speaking, one last little shout out, you can check out the link down in the description if you'd like to sign up for my speaking course, all about helping you speak confidently, speak clearly, speak naturally. You can check that out for more details and more information. Or if you have any questions, just email me, info@interactiveenglishvideos.com. So Lolly says 6 words were new. Awesome. Yashar, some of them were new. And the other thing that I would say, if these are some new words, if tomorrow, because tomorrow is Halloween, If you're watching something about Halloween, whether it's a TV show or movie, or maybe you're reading something, maybe go try to find an article related to Halloween and see if you come across any of the words from this lesson, all right? Any of these words right here. So that's that's your homework assignment. So it's a great way to continue building your vocabulary and really taking these words and putting them up here, making it a part of your active memory. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks, Angela, Lolly, Judith, Muffin, Sleepwalker, Juliana. Good to see you. Gustav, Hans, Cece, Gaurav, Sarah, happy Halloween. And I will see you guys in the next lesson.